Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? My lips a little dry. Hold on. What's up, and welcome to another episode of On Deck with me, that fine mother lover right there in that camera that you're looking at, Taj. Here to break down the hottest topics that I was watching this week. The first one is no surprise. It was Beyonce. She came and she shut it down for the second time this week. Again with her sis. Alright, everyone was talking about how her and Solange fell and busted that ass on the stage. But it was funny, but they did it in a cute way. Like kicking their feet and all that kind of other stuff. So she played it off very well. I'm proud of her on that part. But the story that I was most interested to find out about this one was not even anything to do with Coachella. It was about what happened on Wednesday night, which was a mass that was held in the name of the almighty, the all great Beyonce. Yes, there was a mass held at the Grace Cathedral in San Francisco. Basically, they were already having there was a Women's Empowerment Weekend kind of like praise thing or whatever. But Wednesday's night mass was dedicated to Beyonce. And basically, they were taking empowering quotes from her and all that kind of stuff and just using it to uplift women and push them forward and whatever. The Beyonce movement. And what she normally does anyway, and they basically sang some Beyonce songs, and I'm sure that somebody was asking for a donation somewhere in that box to the left, somewhere. But moving on from that sexy, beautiful lady right there, we got, I forgot about this one. This is Meek Mills. Meek to the mother loving Mills. He's out of freaking prison. Give it up for me. He went to, as soon as he got out of prison, he was jet set it off into a helicopter owned by the 76ers owner and basically flown straight to the playoffs, and where he rang the Liberty Bell, well, a mock Liberty Bell, because of course it's not the real one. But he rang the Liberty Bell and basically was chilling behind stage with Kevin Hart for a little bit. Kevin Hart was funny as shit. Kevin Hart was coming for that ass. It was funny, but he went to the game with his son. I'm guessing, because it was just him. As you can see, his son's on his lap and sitting next to Kevin Hart. And there's another white guy that's sitting next to him. I'm not sure who that white guy was. I feel like he was the guy that was the one that was taking the pictures in that place where all the people were hanging and whatever. But whatever, I cropped him out because I really didn't know who he was and I felt like looking it up. But Meek Mills is out of prison. That is the good news this week. But he still might be going back to prison if things don't go the way that he planned. But basically, it seems like his lawyer has something in the works to where the first cop was corrupt and that the cop was trying to basically set him up from the beginning. So, with that being said, they were going to basically... I'm going to wait for these trucks to go past. That's the one downfall about being on deck. Is that... There's going to be that in the background sometimes. But then it'll pass. But, yesterday there was this real... This is the thing. I don't mind if your car or... Off topic, everything. I don't mind if your car or your truck or whatever is loud as hell, no. Do all that. But your car or your truck better look like what those trucks or vehicles look like just now. If it was like this boy yesterday, he kept speeding up and down the street all day long, irking my ever-loving, mother-loving nerve. All he was doing was just driving up and down the street. I'm like, what are you doing? You gotta be making sales or doing something on me. Because, there's no need for you to come up and down the street so many times. But he had the shittiest looking car. Literally, it was just he didn't have a muffler on his car. That's why your car was so loud. No, don't be proud about that. Take your shitty ass car home. That's it. Anyway, back to my shit. But no, Meek Mill's anyway, it seems like he might get off because the cop that originally was doing all his stuff was doing some corrupt stuff and basically was setting him up. Like, we will see in June when that trial comes up. I don't know what else to say about that. Not a thing. The next topic that was like just so funny to me, so this is why I put it in here, because I don't really try to talk about politics on this show because y'all probably don't like my opinions on it. But this chick right here, Melania Trump, is one of my favorite people in the freaking world. Like, I just love how shady she is about not trying to hold this man's hand for nothing. She will not do it. Keep that hand the freak away from me, sir. Stop trying to do it. Stop it. This is like the 4th or 5th time. What do you want me to do? And I guess Trump is over it. So he didn't care that she didn't want to hold his hand because he went and found somebody else to hold his hand. And you know what? He said he gonna hold his hand proudly with no fuss. And that's this guy, the president of France. I forgot his name and I didn't write it down and I just realized that right now. But this is the president of France. Like, he came to the White House and it was so freaking funny watching all the like GIFs and memes of them two like literally just like bromancing hard all the way around the White House. Like, literally when they shook hands, it was really weird. Like Trump shook his hand or whatever, but then when they went to like walk away, instead of like letting go of his hand, Trump just like followed along with the handhold. So then they like skipped around the White House for a little while, I guess. I don't know. Like, it was so funny. And then like he did like the little French like I was like, really? And then there was this one part when they were standing at the podiums together. And Trump looks over at him and says something, and the French president just looked at him and gives him a wink. I was like, okay, this is all different kinds of levels of weird. Like, what y'all doing? Like, y'all nasty. But no, he said, Melania, you don't want to hold my hand. He will proudly hold my hand. He will let me caress the top of his hand. Like, forget you, Melania. But I will say this though, like, Melania will forever be a bad. Like, she is like slaying every single time she is standing next to this man. All white, like purity, like, I'm not fucking with him. Like, y'all know this is not my nigga. I'm just here because I got that nice old check and I'm here to play the part. Like, and that's what I feel like she's doing. She's just playing the part for that check. And I ain't gonna blame you, sis. Get your money. Get yours. Up next on deck is let me see who's underneath here. Oh, nigga, this one right here, nigga. I love Kanye West. I think Kanye West is one of the most entertaining people in the world. Like, I don't care what he does. It's funny to me. It entertains me. It makes me want to, like, laugh and geek every single time I see it. So, we all know he's going on with his, like, crazy Twitter tyrants. And, like, literally just, like, laying into shit. But I feel like some of it, but this is the picture. He out here supporting Trump and all that kind of stuff, doing the mega thing. But this picture will forever haunt his life. Like, this right here, this is going to be like a future Jenny Craig commercial. It's just going to be like something. Like, this is all the inspiration. This is just like, it was too much. Like, why? Why, fam? Why, fam? It has to be for something in that album. For me, it has to be for something else. Like I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. But it's caused a lot of more fallout from it. Like with him and John Legend, which wasn't like Fallout, which was I thought was like interesting. It's like showing that you celebrities are like normal people. You're going to have arguments and disagreements and not see eye to eye and not think that everybody's like a mega genius at all times. We get it. But definitely think that he is speaking some kind of truth to some stuff, but then sometimes it's like literally, I'm sorry, this little kid was chasing a skateboard just now, and I was like, no, you're not about to run into this tree and get killed like on the sidelines of this. That no, scared me. But no, like he does say some stuff that speaks to me and I understand him, but then on the other side it's like, yo, you do sound like crazy as fuck. But I mean, I get it. We're creative. We're creative people. Like, we're gonna sound crazy as hell sometimes to some people, but at the same time, it's trying to get your point across and get your message through. And I feel like Kanye West is, like him said, one of those people that we're gonna look at. Somebody else is gonna say this in about like 3 or 4 years, and we're gonna look at Kanye West and be like, oh, well, maybe you were kind of right. Like, but also at the same time, we could just look back in 4 years and be like, oh, he really was crazy. He did lose his fucking mind. Like, it's really a crapshoot with that one right there. We don't know where it's gonna go. But that was definitely. Oh, and then also him and Kris Jenner. Before I get off this one, like apparently Twitter was like there were some tabloids out there saying that Kris was in a beef with Kanye and that they weren't talking and all this. She cleared that up. She was like, nope, that's lies. And basically, she never even goes on Twitter. I'm kind of new to Twitter, but I be on Twitter like that, like kind of. But like from what I've seen of her, she don't really be like going after like ads and like stuff that's really attacking them. But for her to speak up and say like, no, that's not true. She has no problems with him. It makes me think that like most likely, she might be in the line up to kind of be his manager because. Apparently, he went in there and he fired everybody. Like, one day he got into the studio and was like, you know what, I'm not having it. Everybody, y'all either going to be down for Kanye West and Kanye West only, or y'all can't be, like, or get off the team, walk out the door, whatever. So, apparently, he was being managed by, what is that guy's name? Sorry, I got to look for a second. Yeah. Scotty somebody or whatever. I couldn't find it in there. I must have wrote it down, but it was Justin Bieber's manager. He's Ariana Grande's manager. Blah blah blah. Oh, he's not gonna drop all these other people just to follow Kanye West. Granted, Kanye West is like a genius, and he is like still gonna make money with the Yeezy shoes and all that kind of other stuff. But at the same time, those other people are going to make a lot more money, and also they're not going through this crazy tangent right now where you just lost like 9 million followers, first off, Holmes. Like, granted, it's probably for your art, and you're probably doing something that's going to blow our minds in a couple months, like in June when you drop that album. But at the same time, you just lost 9 million followers. Bitch, I'm trying to get like 12 followers, okay? Let me drop 9 million followers, see if I don't fix up my act real quick. Okay? But at the same time, I feel like I need to do something with these papers. They're killing my life. I can't keep them up here. But at the same time, like, whatever. Like, Kanye, live your best life. Like, I'm just saying, in June, this album better go all the way the hell off. This next one that I'm about to put up, I really understand it, and y'all gonna think I'm an asshole for it, but at the same time, it's a conflict of interest, and I'm a little pissed. I'm a little bit pissed. But that's gonna be, oh, I put it upside down, and nobody even gonna tell me. But this lady right here, she is saying that she is going to go take her little self and sit down in the corner somewhere, because she is about to have this baby. She be up on stage, twerking around, moving around, doing all the most. And she said right now she can't do it no more. It is time for her to go sit down and have this baby. And then she'll be back in September on the Bruno Mars tour. But the only problem with that for me is that I got some tickets to go see you in July in New York at Panorama. That's before September. So sis, you saying that you just gonna bail on my panorama? That was my main event for Saturday, but it's cool. I understand, baby, child. I'll let it slide. But I feel like you owe me a concert. I feel like you owe me personally a concert, Cardi B. But yes, no. Take your time, have your baby, come back. I guess I'm gonna have to get tickets to see Bruno Mars, but like that's even more interesting. I love Bruno Mars, so going to see you and Bruno Mars together, I'm here for it. But yeah, it kind of threw me off for a bit when she said that she was not coming back until September, because I was like, dang, yo, like, can't you just have this baby now? Like, push this baby out a little sooner, because Panorama is July 27th, 28th. Like, that's like the, like, end of the month, like, ooh, like, you can just hop up on that stage. I don't need you to dance around. You can literally do a Mariah Carey, somebody put you on a chair, wheel you straight the hell out there, you sit in the middle of the stage, and just go down. Like, you don't even have to do all the songs. Can you just at least do, like, I need you to do Get Up 10. That's it. And Get Up 10 and yeah, baby, I like it like, oh, I get it, that's my turn up. I'll be ready with that. I don't know what happens to me. I just get to twerking. I feel my whole Cardi B life. But congratulations, Cardi B, again. Have your baby. Those breasts. Sit down in your corner. Love you. And also, the main reason why I put this picture up is because, one, I love her just as much as I love Left Eye. Like, I think that she is Left Eye reincarnated, but just a lot nastier and more fun. But, like, I love them both. I love that she did this in homage. Homage? You know. Whatever. I never said I was a let me stop. I never said I was a wordsmith. But this last one, for a second I was doing the thing called the countdown, and that was basically me counting down my top 10 favorite shows of the week. That got canceled real quick because I was tired of writing about shows, but oh my god, one day one of these bugs are gonna stab me in the eye. They're just gonna fly right into my eye. But that got canceled because I was tired of writing the shows every single time, and I just figured I was gonna just tell you about stuff that happened that was important, and this show was goddamn important because this fucking reunion part 3, aka the finale of the farewell roast of Kim Zolciak, was everything that I needed in life and some more. Like, even though I couldn't find the right picture, but these are the pictures of all the girls, including Eva and Marlo, even though they were not really on the last episode because they didn't need to be there for this roast session, because everybody that was there, and they said what they needed to say, and I got my whole entire ever-loving life out of it. But this one, I'm gonna definitely have to look at the notes on this one, because this one had a lot of stuff had happened, and it was messy. But that's what I look for. So basically, it was the war on Kim, and it started from the very top of the show, like literally. And now when I say the war on Kim, I mean the well-deserved war on Kim. Because all she did this season was start mess, come back into a show where you weren't a part of for a little while, and just be messy. Like, just come back so messy. Like, literally not try to heal one friendship besides the one that you have with Sheree, which is all fine and cool. Like, I love doing Sheree, but we wanted you to come back, rekindle this relationship with Kandi, which was going to be, like, really good because Kandi was here for it. She was open for it. Rekindle the original relationship, the best thing that even started Atlanta off, the Kim and Nene relationship. But you killed the fuck out of that really quick, and that was proven in the first couple minutes. Because first you came for Nene's marriage. You will not. What you will not do in this life is come for Nene and Greg, because Nene will shut you down very quickly. You don't play with Nene's man, and you don't play with Nene's money. Like, those are the two things. I don't even know the girl, but I know for one thing, those are the two things you don't mess with her about. And she was pissed because she's been married to Greg for 20 years now. While Kim has been married to Kroy for 7 years, it has been also off of a reality show over you seeing somebody's butt dancing on the dance floor, and that's how you fell in love. And now y'all on this show together, and y'all kind of just built this little Brady Bunch family that I just am not here for. Like, you and your whole Brady Bunch family, like, I do love your Brady Bunch family. Let me not even come in here for that, because I love Brielle. I love all the little ones or whatever. They're all cool. But at the same time, like, it just made no sense. Like, for you to come for her marriage when you've only been married for 7 years and it was all on a reality show. She's been married to this man for 20 years. Like, chill out, sit back in the corner. Basically, after she said that, Nene just lost it. And she was like, well, that's, so how about if you want to talk about me and my past and whatever, how about your past where you were out here dancing as a nurse at Oasis? I was like, damn, all these years and you ain't tell her she was a stripper and that's the main thing she been coming down your neck about? Like, girl, I was so gagged. Like, how has this not came out sooner that Kim was a stripper for a little bit? Like, I mean, I get it. It makes sense. You went from stripping, I guess, as a nurse because you had the uniform already. So you say, you know what, let me just get these dollars by taking this uniform off and throwing it on the stage and swinging around this pole and making these dollars. But then them dollars wasn't enough. So then apparently that's when Nene said you moved on to the two married men. And I was like, well, that's fact. We all knew about Big Papa. Like, Big Papa was literally your whole storyline, your first season, basically. Like, you can't talk to nobody about their marriages or about what they're doing in their bedrooms. Like, literally, like, the skeletons that are in your closet. Literally. Just don't do it, sis. But after Nene had her time of digging into that ass, Kenya said, tag me and it's my go. Well, it wasn't really that much information in it that I really cared about. Like, she was basically saying how Kroy is basically her Uber driver. He comes back and forth. Like, he's her Uber driver. He does her makeup. He fixes her wigs, which we've seen on Tardy for the Party. That he be in there, like, hot blowing wigs and, like, doing stuff. And that's fine. Your man's multi-talented. Like, more respect to you, sis. Good job. You got a man that can do some stuff. Even though that's not his job, because he was supposed to be an NFL football player making that money, but that's none of my business. But y'all got a cushy life. Y'all gonna live off this show for a little bit longer, even though you might have just messed that up for yourself by some of the comments that we're gonna talk about in a little bit. But before we get to that, I want to finish with Kenya about how Kenya brought up Kenya's beef with Kim brought up two parts that were just very interesting. One thing, first off, who knew mother loving knew that people was out here like, Kim's face is the face of youth and beauty that I am seeking and desiring. That's what I want. Well, apparently they have been, because that's why she has made $15 million off Cashmere, her skincare line alone. I was like, sis, I love you. All tea, a little bit of shade. I don't think you made that money. I don't think you made that money, sis. I ain't gonna knock you, but I just don't think you made all of that. I'm sorry. But I'll let you say it. I want to pull up a receipt. I have not done the research fully. I will investigate it, see what's going on with that, but I don't think you made that 15 mil, sis. That's all I'm going to say. But then also, it brought up a very, oh my God, my absolute favorite part of this season is when Portia shaded the fuck out of Kim, and she didn't even realize it. It was so funny, but she was like, so Portia, Kim had just come from the event where basically her and Kenya were getting into that argument, going off at each other or whatever, and Kim comes over to Portia's late at night while Portia been in there sipping her Henny, getting her life, trying on her wigs and doing on her thing. And that's when she tells her everything. That was real creep. Y'all did not see this, or maybe I'm just a little drunk and maybe this light is playing with my eyes. But there was like a low blue light in the camera that I'm looking at that just floated up out of here. I don't know. We'll do an investigation later. But remember, I said that creeped me out. But that really did creep me out for a second. But I'm live and I had to mention it because I know I was over there looking real stupid. But it was real creepy because it just looked like a little blue light just like floated right up out of here in the camera, but I didn't see it. That's why I looked to the side like, bitch, is somebody trying to take my soul? But no. But back to what I was saying. So Kim came over there and it was like talking to her and doing all that stuff. And after that, Kim basically, Portia goes, that's just not right for somebody to just talk about your injured child and your whole daughter like that. Like, and Kim took it. Kim, I don't think heard it. Kroy, if you watch Kroy's face, Kroy heard her say that. And Kroy sat there like, bitch, did you just try my daughter? Like, but he ain't say nothing. He just sat there like, bitch, you just try my daughter. So I don't know what the conversation was, but eventually, I guess, Kim and Portia said that they both understood what it meant. It was not meant out of malice. It was just a moment. It was a slip up. It was a henny time, and she just came in the wrong moment. Speaking of which, I'll be right back. I'm gonna refresh my drink before I finish this last topic and be out of here. I don't know what I'm doing tonight, but it's really cute today, and I'm feeling really cute, so I'm about to go do something really cute. I don't know what, but I'm about to go somewhere and do something. But anyway, let me finish. I don't know, I'm a little tipsy. Let's finish this out with who's up next. I'm sorry. It was a late night because I was about to not do this. I keep wanting to quit doing this, but I feel like, I remember why I do this. It's not for, like, it's for y'all because I like to tell y'all stuff and I like to keep y'all, like, posted on what's going on, but at the same time, most of the time y'all already know because it's already happened through the week. But at the same time, I like to come on here and just, like, give my opinions on things because, this is what I want to do one day. I do want to go back to school for, like, communications and, like, become broadcast journalism. I want to do more investigative reporting and stuff. But right now, this is just my time to vent and build up my catalog. So y'all just tolerate me while I explore my creative endeavors because y'all gonna see my face a lot. So y'all better get used to it. Oh, I was about to say. There's a song that I'm writing right now, and there's a line that I'm singing in Spanish that is going to be very interesting. But we'll talk about that another day. Sorry, I'm rambling. The drink got me off. Anyway, the next person up on the assassins list is Kandi. Because Kandi and Kim were the ones that I was really the most excited about seeing like back up. Because one, Kandi is my favorite housewife because Kandi's just that bitch. Kandi is so real. Like, out of every housewife, every franchise, Kandi is the realest motherfucker that you will ever meet. Like, that's just because she has the money and she doesn't have, like, the time to be bullshitting. But the whole beef between her, Kandi, and Kim really started because Kim and Sheree went to dinner that night. And, if you got the children in the room, let them leave right now because this is where I'm going to be talking about the box a lot. Because Kim, for some reason, thought that Kandi wanted Kandi wanted to eat her box, and that was not the thing at all. At all. And Candy was like literally like that is the last thing that I would ever want to do. And Kim felt like Candy felt like there was no reason that Kim really even needed to come for her like that. Like there was no reason for her to even escalate an issue between her and Kim because they were supposed to be cool. They were supposed to be the ones that were like best friends or whatever through like that whole season whenever they did Target Through the Party song and all that kind of other stuff. But apparently Kim just did not care about none of that, so she literally came into this season just coming for everybody. She was like, I'm coming for the jugglers. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all think. Like, I'm making sure, like, my voice is heard, that I'm gonna, like, get myself a peach next season. But really, all that stuff, like, made it, like, almost in a way to where it's like, if she gets a peach next season, it is literally so that they try to bring her back in to do the apology tour Kim 2.0. Like, it literally has to be from episode 1 to the last episode, all the way through the finale 4 part. Because there needs to be a part 1 where it's just Kim apologizing. Like, literally, where she is literally going back and just, like, trying to mend these fences. Basically, like, what Portia did this season. Because Portia, like, we know, like, she had to go on a serious apology tour for what she did last year. Like, honestly, hold up. What Portia did was horrible. But, in a way, what Portia did was not as bad as what Kim did to me. This is the reason why. Portia, as we all know, she's a very intelligent woman. She's a very smart lady. But at the same time, I feel like she is easily manipulated. And I feel like Phaedra was very manipulative and really put the voodoo on that girl and messed her mind up, which let her come out here and say some outlandish stuff. And she felt like she had somebody that was going to support her and have her back that whole time and like was going to ride for her at the reunion, where it was going to be like, all right, I said this, these are the facts, this is what you said, and then we're going to be able to say all this kind of stuff. And then it wasn't until the reunion where, this is why the reunion is so, like, the only thing that you, excuse me, I burped a little bit, is the only thing that you really need to watch, because that's like when they come in, like literally, like first off, we lived through this, now we're going back over it, while we're living through it again. You kind of go through it 3 times, is the way that I think that I picture it in my head, because you're living it once. That's one time that you've gone through it. This is with all the Housewives, no matter what franchise. You lived it once, and then you go through that. Then the second time you live it is when you actually watch it on TV with all of us. So that's the second time that you're living it, when you're watching it on TV with us, and then you're basically dealing with these past issues that happen in present time, and then trying to deal with them and pass through it. And then you're dealing with it a third time again, technically, when you get to the reunion, because now not only have you lived through it once and it happened, you went through it the second time, and you got to actually kind of either make apologies or make it worse for yourself. And now you get to it to the third time, where now it's kind of like across the board clarification. This is what it is, X, Y, and Z. This is why I feel like all reunion shows, no matter what it is, are like the climax of everything. Is so like you can fuck everything else for the rest of the season, because once you get to that reunion, that is literally the resolve of it all. Because like literally you've lived this situation twice right now, because anybody that's ever made it on these shows that have gone on knows that like reality TV is to a point where it is like, reality TV is basically like Survivor. Like literally like Survivor at this point. Like, look at this. I don't know who made this picture, but I should give. I'll try to find out and give him credit in the what you call it, on YouTube or whatever. But even the way that this is set up, it is literally like putting them in the categories of like Big Brother. You know how Big Brother like has the boxes like set up, like you have to be clicked up. You have to have somebody on your team you had to have somebody to like ride for you or whatever, which brings me back around to Kim and Portia, which is like why I feel like Portia like fell for that stuff, because she thought that Phaedra was that person for her, and that she like literally had that person to ride for her, and that's why Kim decided to do the same with Sheree, but she did it in the dumbest way. But to get back to it, so Kim actually said this stuff about Kandi because she felt like Kandi stepped across the line calling her an alcoholic. But Kandi had a point when she said that if you tell me that you can't drive yourself to a dinner or come over my house or go to the movies or go down the street and pick up a cheesesteak and then come back home without Troy taking you because you want to have, like, because you need a drink, that's a problem. She's right. That's a problem. So, like, she had all right in saying that. But at the same time, but not at the same time, that's why I tried to stop right there. Either way, like, Kim was just wrong. Kim was just dead ass wrong. Like, she knew that she had no reason to say that about Kandi. Kandi had all the right to say what she said about Kim, because literally Kim had said that to her. So it sounded like a problem. She sounded like a concerned friend. Like some Lisa, maybe like a lighter version of Lisa Rinna, and a way lighter version of Lisa Rinna and the Richards girl. I don't know her name. What? I know every housewife in the world, and I cannot remember her name right now. Kyle's sister's name is OMG. This is like have you ever been in that moment where it's like you know something and it pisses you off to the point where it's like, if I don't remember who this word is, it pisses me off, like, to the point, like, those things get me to my soul. Like, I'm gonna be up in the middle of the night, like, just, it's like that's gonna be me. Like, that is gonna be me later, but I'm gonna move on. But it's the same kind of situation, just as that. But also, the part about that argument brought up about a time. First off, this is why Kim just kept running her mouth. Kim did not know when to shut the fuck up. Like, when to shut the entire fuck up. Which is when you should have shut up after the whole situation with her licking your box. She said she didn't want to lick your box. You should have shut up and not said nothing else from that point. But she wanted to keep on talking. Keep running mouth. And you know the cast that you're with, they're going to run mouth right back with you. So she want to say something about Kandi. Don't want to make me talk about when we went on that last vacation to somewhere, St. Lucia or somewhere, I don't know. But Kandi was like, oh, you trying to make up fake stories. You trying to make up stuff just by, like, because we, at this point, as American citizens, me, all of us included, we're watching reality TV shows, or any television show, or any kind of press, or anything on the news, or whenever celebrities interviewed or whatever. When someone says something in a certain way, as though you don't want me to say XYZ about XYZ, we get to assuming, clickety click, 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 trying to put pieces together, trying to make up own stories, putting out horrible stuff about the other person, because that's the kind of fucked up society we are, and what kind of messy business I do, but that's fine. But at the same time, it can damage somebody's career. So that's why I understood when she said, like, if you want to go there, let's go there. Which brought us to DJ Tracy licking her box while her kids was in the living room. I was like, damn, Kandi, I know you vicious, but I didn't know you was that vicious, sis. You ain't gonna put that information out there. But no, Kandi said yes she would, yes she did. She said you was in here doing your thing with DJ Tracy while your kids was in the goddamn living room. That's kind of messy. I mean, get chores while you want to get chores, whatever, but this is not somebody that is, like, somebody that was, well, apparently, actually, that's kind of a lie because I was watching Wendy Williams, and apparently DJ Tracy's putting out this video about how her and Kim were like literally like a serious thing, like they were locked down, like they were talking. Kim was talking to Tracy about adopting a child with her when Kroy wasn't even ready to have one, and basically like literally like wanted to have the whole white picket fence thing with Tracy. Now that being said, Kim tried to act like none of that was real, like that was just like a little party, that was just a little period of her life, it was just a phase. It was just a phase. But no, you were trying to play that woman like you're playing everybody else in your life, like you're playing Kroy very well though. I will give you that. You deserve an Oscar for it, but you're playing him. But now you played yourself with him because now he's not signed. But anywho's a housing, you got a show out of it, which was another point of conversation in the reunion, because she wanted to say, well, when her and Kenya were arguing, like, I got my own show, that's why I got my own show for 7 years, blah, blah, blah. And then Nene was like, well, why do you got your own show? Huh? What you got your own show for? You don't do nothing. All you got is Tardy for the Party. You don't do nothing. I was like, damn, Nene, you didn't have to do that. I was a little petty. But, yeah, so after that, though, Candy and her, they just, with the DJ Tracy thing, DJ Tracy basically, the funniest part about that whole situation was when Nene wanted to jump back into it when they tried to end the whole conversation. And he was like, wait. Just to clarify, you was in there letting DJ Tracy lick the box while your children were in the living room. I lost my life. I was like, yes, Nene, you better be shady as all fuck. Like, it was so funny. It was everything that I needed. But then the last fight of the night was actually after, you know, they usually do like a little champagne toast, but they didn't do that. They did roses, which was really weird. And Portia was like, we should have did champagne. And I was like, yeah, you're right. But the last fight that Kim had to go up against was Kim versus herself. And who knew that Kim was going to be her worst fucking enemy at this reunion? Kim literally killed herself in this one. Like, literally, first off, she wanted to start out by saying, why was nobody there fighting for me? Like, nobody was trying to fight for me. Sheree comes into the room. She's like, Sheree, you were there trying to fight for me. But Portia did try to stand up for her a little bit, a few times. But Portia was still trying to throw them little slight shades in there. Because Portia knows she needed to clean up her act, but at the same time, she was still getting them right on up in there every now and then. But then she was like, yeah, Sheree, you're not trying to... And then Kroy tried to man up. And was like, he tried to get real big on Andy. He was like, you, at any time, have the right to stop the camera. I was like, Kroy, if you don't sit your big, dumb, goofy ass down, like, you don't understand that you're just a whipping boy, and you know that you, like, literally are just here because you're kind of cute, you got a little fat butt, and you're a little big body, stocky white boy. Like you're cute. And that's why Kim grabbed you and kind of made you somewhat relevant in reality show television. Like, that's kind of how you're here. But sit down, shut the fuck up, don't nobody care about what you got to say. You know your girl came in here acting really dumb from the very giddy up, and that's all that she was going to get back from it, was acting dumb. But then Kim said, you know what, I'm not done, let me go in on myself a little bit fucking more. They're like, hey, let me show y'all how dumb the fuck I really am. This girl says, she gonna go and say you can't find another white girl dumb enough to sit on the couch with these women. I've had 5 African American women attacking me, blah blah blah. I'm like, Kim, no you didn't. You had 5 African American women yelling at you about stuff that you brought up, about stuff that you brought to the table. When 2 of these African American women came in here trying to basically start a whole new with you, like trying to get back something that you destroyed. So you should have came in there humble, but you came in there with this cocky ass attitude. And then after that she said the dumbest, oh Lord Jesus, help the children, just dumb, just Jesus, save the children, because I just don't understand how you can even sit back and just say something so stupid. Like, sis, how could you say something so dumb? She gonna say something. Hold on, I gotta take a drink, because that just upset the fuck out of me for a second. Upset the fuck out of me. Like, this bitch is dumb. Hold up. Racism wasn't even real. It only got big over like the last few years because of Instagram. Racism didn't even exist like a few years ago. Bitch, what? How did racism not exist a few years ago? How did Instagram make racism real? Bitch, you sound stupid. Like, you sound dumb, bitch. I wanted to bring her nut through that screen. I was like, you gonna say, first off, there's not another white woman dumb enough to sit on this couch with these 3 black women, and then you gonna say that racism didn't exist? Racism wasn't real until Instagram? You the dumbest motherfucker on the face of this goddamn earth. Like that's about it. Like, you just dumb. You sound stupid, honey. And I was like, this is the thing. I love Kim. I live or die for Kim, because like, that girl is fun. She's real. I don't think she's a racist. I feel like she's just very dumb, and just did not realize the dumb comment that she had made. It was kind of embarrassing for herself. Like, I don't know, but all I know was that was the best way that you could have ever wrapped up a season 10 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I got my whole ever-loving life, but Kim, just stay in a hole for a little while. Don't talk to nobody. Don't get on Instagram. Don't tweet nobody. Don't send a picture. Don't have a cockroach in your house. Don't do nothing. Just sit down, be quiet. Hope that somebody calls you about Tardy for the Party Part 8, because you might get shut down. That might be out of business. And hopefully get on to Real Housewives of Atlanta season 11 and get to do an apology tour. But other than that, just shut down. Oh, and one more thing, this last picture, because, you know, I use this ink, so I'm going to show you about it, because I forgot to say it. But, this is, like, literally the best way to end the show. Because Kim, she even tweeted about this. I should have pulled up the tweet. She tweeted that she needs to stop making faces, because I, like, literally, all y'all need to stop making faces. All them, like Nene, all y'all can't stop making faces. Just, like, tell y'all point. Y'all, I'd rather see y'all pissed off, shitty face than see them dumb faces. But, right after, this is why Bravo is shady, and this is all editing. I will give this one to Kim, that this is editing. I love, like, right after Kenya said something about Kenya said something about Kim. She was like, you went to the doctors and they did something, but they should have did something about that double chin. They went straight to this picture. Like, straight to that picture. What is that? What is that? What is going on there? It's like 18 chins in a turtleneck. I don't know what's happening. Look, Nene is scared. She's like, stop all of that. White don't crack, but that's scary. White don't crack either. But look at Christy Brinkley, but you are fucking up. What's going on? But that was just what I thought was interesting this week. I'm glad that some of you got to see it. Hopefully y'all get to watch this. Y'all get a little bit of laugh out of it. Y'all get to, know what's going on a little bit. And hopefully come back next week and enjoy some more talk with me. The finest, the best, the beautiful Taj. 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 Let's try to say that without burping. Taj. That's me. Yeah. I'm drunk. Talk to you later. And in the words of Ellen DeGeneres, be kind.